Good morning, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another video. It's 2023, so without further ado, let us get stuck into the video. So ladies and gents, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. As you can tell, I'm on the 1098, and the reason for that is the R1's MOT has run out. So unfortunately I've had to drag this old girl out of retirement because of my two bikes. This is the only one that's roadworthy. Not to say that the R1 isn't roadworthy, but you get what I mean. Also, this video is a bit of a catch up as well, just to see how you guys are doing, and obviously to let you guys know how I'm doing. And right now I am doing abysmally, and what I mean by that is this is only the second time I've ridden any of my bikes in about 5 weeks, and the reason for that is I have been suffering with sciatica. What is sciatica, I hear you ask? Basically it's a combination of trapped nerves in my lower back and my hip, which has basically caused me a shitload of pain, and also numbness and pins and needles in my right foot. But I have been going to a chiropractor who, if I'm honest, hasn't done a great deal in terms of helping me. I mean, initially I thought they were helping, but unfortunately I don't think they are. Whereas I have been helping myself to a degree by using ice packs, rest and ibuprofen. Now don't get me wrong, I know chiropractors are there to do a job, but I've just noticed recently that my own self-medication seems to help a lot better than having someone crack my back. But anyway, I digress. So this is the reason why I've not been riding. That, and also it has recently been Christmas and New Year's, so wherever you are in the world, I hope you enjoyed your Christmas and New Year and Santa brought you everything you hoped for. God almighty, I sound like a 12-year-old. But thanks to my own rehabilitation, i.e. doing the ibuprofen and ice packs, I have discovered that not only is that helping me quite a lot, but also changing my rucksack has helped quite a bit. Now you may or may not have noticed that I have changed my rucksack a couple of times over the last year or so. I went from using a, your typical shitty Sports Direct kind of own bag kind of setup, to using a military style rucksack, which was super comfortable but absolutely huge, to using what I can only describe as a free helmet bag that I got through my work from a company called LS2. Now that bag was great and all, but I've noticed that I've come to discover that particular rucksack was actually putting pressure on my lower spine, and that was not helping the situation, in the fact that where it was sitting so low on my back, it was actually putting quite a lot of pressure on my my hips. So I reverted back to an old faithful rucksack that I've been using for years and years, which is basically my fiance's rucksack, who she said she wasn't using anymore, so I could quite easily nab it for a couple of weeks or months or whatever, which I'm exceptionally grateful for, because I have noticed that my my back has considerably felt better over the last week or so in comparison to when I was using the LS2 bag, which is now why I'm able to actually ride, albeit very, very slowly. With that being said, that's also another reason why I'm on the Duke and not on the R1, apart from the MOT side of things, is that the R1's seat, I think, is also part of the problem. Because where the Duke's seat is very narrow and very slimlined, I'm finding that I'm able to actually not necessarily grab hold of it better with my bum, but I'm not having anywhere near as much as discomfort as what I would have done on the R1 for some reason. Now you think with the R1 having a bigger, chunkier seat, the R1 would be more comfortable. But no. This old girl, right now, at this moment in time, feels more comfortable than I thought it could ever be. Not only that, that does kind of ring true. If you guys remember, or you might not, I took one of my workmates out on the R1, and even he said that the pillion seat for him was nowhere near as comfortable as what it is on this. Now you would have thought that the seats on a newer bike, i.e. the R1, would be a little bit more comfortable than say this, but no, I was wrong, and I'm quite pleased about that, because thanks to TfL and whoever else has decided to strike for the month of January, they've kind of forced my hand a little bit in the fact that I've had to ride whether I want to or not. So in a way, I should be thanking those money grabbing cunts, because without them making me want to ride, or making me have to ride should I say, I probably wouldn't be riding till probably the end of January, probably beginning of February maybe. But thanks to their absolute incompetence and their money grabbing ways, I've literally been able to not only just rehabilitate myself on 2 legs, but rehabilitate myself on 2 wheels as well. So in a way I should be grateful, but I won't, because those fuckers already earn way too much money as it is. If you are a bus driver, or you work on TfL, or if you do anything to do with public transport, please don't take my opinion as gospel. It's just my opinion, and it's just that. It's an opinion. So please don't get offended or upset by what I'm saying, because like I said, it's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. But anyway, who is happy to see the 1098 back out on the road? I know I certainly am, because everyone knows me as the Ducati owner at my work. That all my customers know me for the 1098. A lot of people aren't quite sold on the R1 yet, although I had a customer yesterday saying that he preferred the look of the R1 to the Duke, which again is subject to opinion. I like the way both of them look, do you know what I mean? I'm not well, I'll be lying if I didn't say I was a little bit prejudiced to one or the other. I prefer the look of the Duke. I prefer the sound of the Duke. But what I would love is for the Dukes to have the power of the R1. I mean, I know there's only 20 or 30 bhp difference between the two of them, but you know what I mean? It would be nice to have the power and the smoothness of the R1 in the Duke. I mean, that's not to say there's anything wrong with the Duke, don't get me wrong. What I love about the Duke in itself is the actual visceral way it develops its power. With her being 1100cc V-twin, she develops her power in a different way compared to the R1. The throttle response is different compared to the R1. The clutch pull is a lot different to the R1. So as you can imagine, both bikes have very different characteristics that I love, and some that I wish I could change. But if I did that, especially with the Duke, she wouldn't be the icon that she is. Well, in my opinion, she's an icon. I love both my bikes to the point where I would actually fight for them. I'm not saying I wouldn't fight for anything else, but just the emotional attachment I've got to the Duke especially, I just can't bring myself to sell it, even with her issues. I just can't do it.
20 minutes later.
I fucking hate temporary lights.
Eventually.
Oh, I've missed this old girl. Like I say, even with her issues, I have missed riding her. I really have. As far as the bike as a whole is concerned, I can't really fault it. You know, she's got Brembo M50 calipers or M40s, whatever they are. O-lanes front and back. You know, they just do the job and do it well. I just need to learn to make the most of it when my back is good enough. I love how everyone looks at the Duke. Nah, I'm going for it, sorry boss. You know, I don't even have to even be riding hard for people to take notice of it, and that's what I love about it. I mean, now that I've decatted the R1, that's pretty much the same kind of principle. But as soon as people hear that massive booming V-twin motor, it's like, oh, I know what that is. So other than that, ladies and gents, that's pretty much a recap for the beginning of 2023 for me. I do apologise if I've waffled on a little bit. I do apologise as well if I've had to shout, because let's face it, the Duke's not quiet. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as always, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. You guys have been awesome as always. And like I always say, and if you aren't already subscribed, please consider doing so. It'd be great to have you on board. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, look after yourselves and each other. Be safe on the roads. Be safe, be happy, enjoy life, enjoy your bikes, stay healthy. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adios!